Helping State Line residents save money through education was the goal of a utility bill clinic hosted at Freeport's Public Library Thursday evening. Hosted in partnership with Illinois Representative John Cabello and the Environmental Study Group, leaders with the Citizens Utility Board worked with participants to give a personalized analysis of their bills and showed them ways to help reduce those payments through means of clean energy programs, rebates, and efficient programs. They also offered advice for do-it-yourself solutions for homeowners and renters.
Home improvement projects can really improve quality of the air and heat in your home, and it can also reduce how much your furnace and air conditioning unit are running as well.